Hi, this is Antoinette Capri, author of 31 Ways to Brighten Your Days. Wanted to come to you again and talk about dating for single mothers. Now, the concept really is not that hard to understand as far as single mothers want to have fun too, but there is, again, a responsibility when you are a parent that your dating does not interfere with your responsibility as the provider and protector of the children that you are entrusted with. Your children are a gift from God, and that gift is not something to shy away from um, or take heavy. It's actual a blessing. It's really something that you should be excited about. And I just didn't. I don't know how dating has gotten a bad deal with parenting until I saw some examples of women that really are not taking the responsibility as seriously as they should. Yes, your happiness does matter. Yes, you do matter. Yes, your feelings and emotions matter. But remember, sex was the reason why you had the children in the first place. And after that came a responsibility. So I know that dating is just dating, and a lot of times it leads to other things. But the whole matter of it is that you are responsible for what you do, and wherever you go and whatever you do during that dating time, your children are affected. Because remember, when you're going on your date, they have to go somewhere. And when they're going somewhere, they need to know that they're safe. They need to know that they have something to keep them interested and occupied while you're doing you. They have to do them. And it's your responsibility to get an idea of where their minds will be. Because eventually, you have to deal with those minds. Wherever they go, whatever they experience, you're going to have to eventually deal with whatever they had to deal with when they were away from you. So you can't be responsible for what you don't know and what you can't see, but you are responsible to make sure that they are provided for and protected while you're off doing what you need to do with someone else. Because the bottom line is they're your responsibility, and you are going to have to talk with them eventually about someone else, even if that someone else doesn't come into their visual activities. They're still going to have to share mama. And when they're sharing mom, some kids take well to it and some kids don't, regardless of how old they are. I don't care if you have teenage children. I don't care if you have elementary children. It doesn't really matter. What matters is the response, not that's not the word I'm looking for. The communication that you share with your children while you're dating, because you believe that you deserve to be happy, and you do. But there's a responsible way to handle you being happy and the children understanding that mommy's not going anywhere. She's just spending time with someone else right now. Unless the spending time with someone else starts to interfere with their time. And their time is very important because they are coming up. They are gaining a life. You have lived your life and made some decisions, and the decisions have caused you to be in these situations at this time. And there's no problem with that. But you just have to be responsible enough to say, okay, I know what my responsibilities are. I'm going to take care of my responsibility. I'm going to enjoy my life, but I'm also going to enjoy my children because God trusts me. If God trusts me with these children, I need to learn how to trust myself with these children, and I need to be about my business and do right by them because they're mine, not possessions. They're gifts. And as everyone may find out or understand about me, I am always looking at the children. in any situation, before I'm looking at the parent per se. Excuse me, I'm sorry. This was driving me nuts. The parent deserves happiness. And the best way you can be happy is to know that you have done right by your children, and you have done right by God, and you have done what you needed to do to make sure that you get out of life what you expect or anticipate, or what God has for you, because you still have to live a purposeful life. And this dating shouldn't interfere with what you're trying to do for yourself. It shouldn't change or alter the goals and the ambitions that you have for you, or the ambitions that you have for your children. And if this person that you are getting involved with does not respect your responsibility with your children, they need to find someone else to actually see. And you're not losing anything. I really, really want people to understand that. You're not losing anything if someone doesn't want to be with you that can't respect your responsibility as a parent, because they're not for you. Automatically, that's a shut it out, shut it down. We can be, associates. You can't even be friends. Because if a man or a woman can't respect your job as a parent, and can't respect that you're trying to set up an environment for your children where they live healthy, happy lives, they don't need to be a part of your world, and you don't need to entertain that. Time is too short. Things are happening all the time, every day. You don't have time for that. And they don't have time to try to pacify you, making you believe that they are really in it for the long haul when they're in it for the booty call. I mean, let's be real. If they're in it for the booty call, and you already have your maximum capacity of children that you want, that's not the one for you. That's it. Not hard. Stop believing that you need a man. Stop believing that you need a woman. If you're that needy, you don't need nobody. What you need to do is pick up the Bible, read some scripture, take that scripture and put it into your spirit, and then do whatever that scripture says do. And until you can practice that, doing what the scripture says do, it don't faze me that people read the word. That don't make me a hill of beans. What makes a difference is what you do with the word that you read. Because you can read all day long. I know drunks, I know drug addicts that know the word, but what are they doing with it? And the word is supposed to be good news. Holy Bible, good news. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to build you up. When there's a scripture, when thy mother and thy father forsake thee, then I shall take thee up. What does that mean? That means when you feel abandoned, when you feel alone, when you feel like there's nothing else, there is always a word right there in that scripture that is going to help you not feel as bad as you did before you read it. It doesn't mean that you're going to miraculously change around and all of a sudden you're just so happy. That's not what it means. What it means is the more you fill up with what that good word says, the less you feel left alone and depressed, upset, and abandoned. So I just said all that to say that in dating, especially if you're a parent, especially if you are a responsible individual that's looking for the betterment of themselves and for your children, learn the signs and learn yourself and learn to know when it's time to go forward and make a big, good, great relationship into a wonderful team, and that team turn into a marriage, and that marriage turn into a partnership, and that partnership turn into the best team ever. Know the signs so that you can get what you want. And I said all this to say again, because I want you to have your best life. I want you to not settle for less. And I want you to do what you need to do to make your life your best life possible. You only get one. So make it the best that you can make it, because can't nobody else do it but you. And with that, I'll say have a great day, evening, whatever time you're looking at me. Please leave a comment. Please visit me at www.stressrelief31ways.com. I will try my best to get as many articles and information on that blog as possible. I am not doing a good job right now with that, but I will. And I look forward to talking to you again real soon. Take care. God bless.